So, I present to you Twas the Nightmare Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the land, not a survivor was stirring, not even the running man. Smoke had hid gun stashes, and the tree lined with care. House had searched POIs in hopes that quest items were there. Lax was done laxing, and Dr. Ye done teaching Spanish, and Primals and Groot had been killing, but they too seemed to have vanished. Southside cooked fish, but now laid down for his nap. Even Gunner was done, sorting through all his crap. Hey, Barnby based up like no one we knew, but even tonight he was off, with no more nails to go through. The map making endless for Dago and Red, but they themselves too were both off to bed. The survivors all quiet, nestled in their sleeping bags with visions of gear they hoped to soon have. When up on the rooftop arose such a clatter, but no one online to see what was the matter. Down through the chimney, the fire out like a candle, but it wasn't St. Nick. It was goddamn Randall. He came not to give, but instead there to take. Not one base was safe. He'd go through each crate. He went to each stash and filled his bags to the brim. No one can stop me, he laughed and he grinned. Not Anners, not Pilgrim, not Gecko or Jean, not Kai, not Greedy, not even Julie. Not Peppermint, not Primals, not Groot, House, or Smoke. No one can stop me, he joked and he croaked. He grabbed his full sack and broke open the gate. But in shock he gasped at who stood there in wait. In disbelief he looked out. It was Chronic, his old bro, who had quietly crept up, his Hummer parked in the snow. Nick said any last words, giving full auto a flick. But Randall, being Randall, said, "Hey Nick, suck my dick." Before Randall could move, before even a thought, Nick broke both of his legs with some very good shots. Randall passed out, but understood his mistake. He had forgotten about Chronic, who was always up late. Randall woke to see Nick, filling his Hummer with joy, and could see the silhouette of Crane, riding bitch like a good boy. Randall could do nothing, as he needed to heal. After all, Nick took everything, every last gun, and every last meal. They drove off in the darkness, the trees glowing by headlight. He could hear Nick yelling, "Merry Christmas to me, and to me a good night." Now, if you thought Nick was Santa, you've been gravely misled, as he was off to a spawn town, and by daylight every freshie'd be dead. The moral of this Christmas? To love the ones you can trust. And if you don't like the way we play, Randall has something you could suck. Merry Christmas, everybody, you filthy animals. All right, we're at 67%.